Good morning, good morning. There you are. Apologies for running a bit late today. Just busy, you know. So it is a dry day here, and we had a really spectacular red sunrise. Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. I'm expecting it to turn quite nasty weather over the next day or two as a result. Right, what have we got for you today? Well, the first thing is something that might surprise those of you who followed me for a while, because you're probably aware that I am not a big fan of the whole REACH designations business around authorizations, because I think it's a very clumsy process, and I think it picks up things that are perhaps less hazardous, and it doesn't focus on things that are really hazardous. So I was really glad, however, to see that an authorization has gone through for MOCA. I'm not going to give you the full chemical name, but I'm putting the link to the authorization decision below this video. And the reason for that is this is a very nasty chemical. It's a nasty carcinogen. And for people in West Yorkshire who are a bit on the old side, we may remember that I believe this chemical, or one very similar to it, has been implicated in bladder cancer cases at the old Hickson and Welsh site. Now, I tried to find this out on the internet, and there wasn't a great deal of information about it. So there may be some lawsuits going through, but my understanding is that it's either this chemical or a very similar one. So clearly very nasty family of chemicals. And some form of authorization or extra layer of bureaucracy is, I think, in this particular case, actually merited. Whether the authorization process, which is very expensive and very clumsy, is the right way to do that, that's a completely different discussion. But it's good to see that things which are extremely hazardous can be used with the agreement of the authorities, and they are not being banned completely. So an interesting one there. Now then, speaking of interesting chemistries, there's news from the EU. Ali picked up on this. There's actually been a case where somebody who was the head of ANSES, our least favourite competent authority in the EU, I think it's fair to say, had put forward an appeal against the decision to authorise glyphosate in the EU for however many years, plant protection products. And it's been chucked out wholesale. And the chap concerned, who was sort of speaking with a different hat on, but had admitted to mention he's actually head of ANSES, just putting the link below this video now, he has had to pay all the costs. So that's an interesting one, because there's so much going on against farming at the moment. You know, people are trying to take land away from farmers, as we've just seen with the inheritance tax laws coming in soon in the UK. We've got all of the farmers' protests in Holland and France and things like that we don't really hear about here in the UK. There is a huge push towards organic agriculture, and how did that work out for Sri Lanka? Yeah, exactly. So it's really good that glyphosate, which is, of the herbicides we have, it is by far and away the least worst one with the least consequences, that is still going to continue to be used, because we're not talking about something that's, oh yeah, it's to do with nail polish. We're talking about putting food on people's plates. It is that important. So good news from the EU in terms of a chemical decision, and I expect people are going to be unhappy about it. But I think if you look at things in the round over what's best for society as a whole, I think that probably is the right decision. So, what else have we got for you today? Well, my little nerd friends, we have got another Don McMillan on the other side of statistics. So let me just get this link for you just now. I will pop it below this video now. And yes, just off for an in tray that looks about the size of Mount Everest, but hey, mustn't grumble. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you have a good day. You know, health and the time that we have is all we really have, isn't it? And take care of yourselves, and I look to be able to chat to you again next week. Bye.